YouTube, what's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl DOPEaxxPANA, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a super highly requested feed and braid style. And I'm also going to be answering a question that you guys DM to me a lot on Instagram about how to prevent hair from sticking out the bottom of feed and braids. And this happens a lot on straight hair textures and also on hair that is bluntly cut. So if your client just got her ends trimmed, a lot of times that blunt cut makes the hair stick out, and I'm going to show you guys how to prevent that from happening. So I started by parting my client's hair in half, and I'm going to section out a small section on each side where I'm going to be doing a small braid that will connect to the larger feed-in braids. The product that I'm using today to define my parts and just to style her hair is the Black Panther Strong Edge Control. And shout out to my followers, like y'all are so poppin' because they found links to this product online and I had a really hard time finding it, but they found it on Etsy and on eBay, so I will make sure I link it in the description section. And I do like to use thicker products when I'm working on straight hair textures just because it helps me handle it a lot better. Straight hair does tend to be a little more slippery for me, and so I like to use, you know, a really thick edge control. So this product is great, or also Murray's Edge Wax is bomb. I don't like to use any gels, and I do not like to braid straight hair when it's wet because it's harder for me. So it's not that you can't do it, I just prefer not to. So for the small braids on the side, they are also going to be feed-in braids, but I don't want them to be super thick, so I'm only adding in 4 pieces of synthetic hair. And if you would like to know how I do my feed and braid method, you can go ahead and click the top right screen. I have a great feed and braid tutorial where I literally break it down step by step how I'm doing this. And in my past video where I did feed and braids on straight hair, a lot of people asked, well, why do they need like the fake hair in there? Their hair is long. It really helps it to last a lot longer. So when I use product or when I use synthetic hair on straight hair textures, it helps it last longer. Sometimes they want it for length, sometimes they want it for color, and sometimes they're just going to be wearing it for about a week and they need it to last longer. So that's why I'm adding in the fake hair for this feed and braid style. Okay guys, so I have 3 important tips to help you prevent the hair from sticking out of the feed and braids. And the first is that you need to make sure that you continue adding synthetic hair even when you are off the nape of the neck. So a lot of you guys send me pictures of your feed and braids, and this is the most common mistake that I see, is that you guys are not adding enough hair at the bottom of the feed and braid. So you want to make sure that you continue to do that. Next, you want to make sure that you are covering their natural hair with the synthetic hair. So there you see I pulled the synthetic hair over her natural hair and then applied product and continued to braid. You want to make sure that the client's hair is always tucked underneath the synthetic hair, and that will help to prevent it from coming out. So you'll see after I comb it, I make sure that even if I'm adding in another piece, her natural hair is covered by the synthetic hair. The last tip is just applying product. So I know you guys always see I have like a glob of edge control on my hand, and I'm going to be taking that edge control off my hand and using it as necessary to make sure that my client's natural hair is blending in. So you can see I take a little bit and I kind of rub it to slick it down and make sure that it's blending, and then I continue braiding. Most importantly, and I've said this in a video before, you really want to just take your time and be patient. I never rush whenever I'm doing a style on a client, because really taking your time and kind of just being able to focus on what you're doing is really key to a neat style. And I think it just helps a lot when you have that patience and you're not trying to rush it. In this last clip, I am going to be showing you guys how I did the large feed and braid, and I'm also going to be taking the tail of the small feed and braid and adding it into this larger one. And once again, you just want to make sure you take your time with that so that you won't be able to tell where the smaller braid was added in. Also, I know in my first feed and braid tutorial on straight hair, people were like, oh, the product makes the client's hair greasy. I like to use product because I like the sleek look and it helps it hold longer. I've never had a client complain that her hair was super greasy or itchy or any of that. Not that it doesn't happen to anybody, but like I said, I've never had a complaint and I prefer the way that it looks. You absolutely do not have to use product. You can do it on wet hair, you can do it on dry hair, however you like to braid. It just makes it a lot easier for me and a lot more manageable when I'm working on straight hair textures. So once I'm done with both braids, I am going to be dipping the ends in boiling hot water, and this prevents them from unraveling and it loosens it up a little bit. And you don't want to go up too high to where the client's hair is. So if you notice, I'm only really doing the bottom half and not where my client's hair is going to be touching. So yeah guys, this is the finished look. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I hope these tips that I gave you guys help you guys out. As always, don't be scared to DM me pics. I'm always here to help. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in my next video.
Guess who back in the house? Heels click clack and about. Fine fresh feminine style to 11. I'm divine, so heavily gentlemen sweat. Lips down across the board, no doubt. Body like wow.